Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Shootin Gallery, or Aqua Shootin Gallery to keep the branding continuity, whatever you want to call it. There's gonna be another episode, right after the third one, but really, you don't have to watch them in any sort of order, because you're just living in the moment. Technically, there is only the here now. So technically, all of the episodes were recorded, and you would be watching them at the same exact time. It's all here now. But yeah, kind of trippy to think about. To start this one off, I'm going to pack up a toke. We're gonna rip, and I got a few more points that we can talk about, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be too structured or like we'll just see what happens, you know? I kinda wanna do this as like I'm just here, being your homie, someone to chill with, someone to hang out with. You can throw me on in the background, you don't even have to listen to me. You can fall asleep to this if you wanted to. But I'm there for you, you know? I said in the last episode, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're alive. I'm happy I'm alive. And it's one and the same, you know, it's, I love life, man. I don't say it enough, but sometimes you have to verbalize it, and just say it out loud, like, I love life, man. I'm able to wake up and experience stuff, and just talk, have a conversation with myself, with you in a way, myself, with you, myself in a way, at the same time. It's sick, man. I love it. It's awesome. And yeah, the Shootin Gallery is very much inspired by dualistic unity. Sorry, let me just kind of run that back, and then you can make a nice clip out of it. What is it? Yes, sorry, stumbling, getting tripped up on my thoughts, man. It's gotta get away from that. Don't need to do anything. But okay, I'm rambling now. I'm losing the point. I'm lost in the sauce. What is it? This pod is heavily inspired by Dualistic Unity, Life Unpotted, the Ebb and Flow podcast. What is it? D Rambles, like Jackie and Amanda's pod. I can't think of the name right now. And then just as much podcasts like Joe Rogan or Danny Jones or even Theo Vaughn, which I mentioned in the last episode. Like, all of them take inspiration from everything I see. I feel like that's what art is, and I think I talked about that on another episode before, but it's just, that's what it is. It's like, can a good artist, that's kind of the mark of a good artist. It's like, can they, you know, in a sense, take reference from everything they've seen, but not steal it, put their own spin on it. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, in the court of law, you only need to change a design 10% for it to be a new design, or your design in that case. But I feel like that's similar to life life too. But you only need to change something 10%, or you could even aim for like 25%. Change it a quarter of the way to make it your own. And then, bang, you made a completely new thing inspired by the original, you know? And I'm just cleaning my bowl piece here quickly. But yeah, be inspired. Well, damn. Be inspired by other artists or just anything you see in life, no matter, like, what it is. Just be inspired, but don't just steal it outright, you know? And sorry, after I rip, I will close the window this time, so it's not as much as of an interference if you skip the third and just hop to this one for that reason. I am sorry about that. But again, we're not... You don't really need to watch them in order, you know? You just kind of tune in wherever. And we're just existing and practicing existing and just being conscious and living and loving and everything, man, you know? You call it some hippie shit, but that's That's what it should be, in my opinion. Why aren't more people hippies? Why is it like... Where does the stigma come from that people wouldn't want to be a hippie? In my opinion, they seem pretty chill. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, you can be a hippie, and you could be a damn, like, sorry, you could be a hippie construction worker, you could be a hippie football player, hockey player, like, it doesn't, like, just because you're a hippie doesn't make you any less manly, it doesn't make you any less of a whatever you want to be or are trying to be, you think you need to be, like, doesn't make you any less you. If anything, it makes you more you. Because it makes you more unified. Puts less boundaries and borders on shit, you know? And that's what it's about, man. Trying to have some enthusiasm here, man. Gotta get hyped. Don't have to do anything, but I would like to get hyped. Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes you just gotta have fun fucking around, just talking out your ass in a sense, you know? Just saying whatever comes to mind, letting it flow. That's why they call me Aquaman, because I'm smooth like water and I flow like butter. I don't know. I was rapping earlier, like I was recording what I have already wrote. May or may not have used the Written on Ya Kitten instrumental. I think it's by Naughty by Nature was the original. Right? Like, Written on Ya Kitten by Naughty by Nature instrumental. And you can find it. Tweaked it a little bit. I notched up the pitch a tiny bit. So it's gonna sound a little bit different, but you still get that nostalgic, like, 90s feel. Very boom bap, very like, yeah, it'll be good. And I don't know. Let me know if y'all would rather hear or have that as a single or on an EP or album, whatever. Nah, EP. My first album, I really wanted to have story to it, like have a proper storyline, maybe put some skits in there, maybe like, you know, I don't know, I definitely want to do some deep dive research on like some of the best albums of all time, like hip hop, rap, best of all time. Some crazy ones, I will say, like ones I've listened to top to bottom that come to mind instantly. It's like Logic's The Incredible True Story and Under Pressure. I have a few more, but like the storytelling on Under Pressure, yeah. No, sorry. The storytelling on The Incredible True Story, where they're like in the spaceship and in the future, that shit is nuts, man. Like, that's like next level creativity. That's what I'm trying to be on, but I don't want to do it like half-ass. I can just put something out, but it's like, I don't know. I want it to, yo, man, calm down. Doing a pod right here. I'm talking to the homies. Talking to the family, talking to myself. But yeah, maybe that was my key to rip. And oh, sorry, I hit the grinder off the desk. Maybe that's my key to rip and close the damn window. But yeah, let me turn this fan around here. I appreciate y'all. If you're not session, you best be blessed, and that's what I say on stream. And we flip this around real quick. Do a little stretch. Oh, whoa. Oh. Let the gas out, you know. Pardon me. Excuse me. My dearest and sincerest apologies to you and myself. To you, which is myself. My bad. In all of our infiniteness. Crazy, man. Crazy stuff. But yeah, okay. We get to ripping and then we start talking about some, I don't know, getting some content in here. This is very much a more chill one than the last one. Even the last one kind of had more structure with the talking points I was going off, but I still have a few. We'll kind of loosely get to them, but yeah, just living in the moment with myself, being chill. Sorry, I kind of trip myself out sometimes. I feel like everybody does that, you know. Best example is when you say a word too much, and then it doesn't even sound like a word, and you're like, wait, what is language? What is fucking communication? You know? But yeah. Cheers. Love you. I love myself. I love you. I'm pointing at myself, and I love you watching, and it's all. Yeah, man. Cheers. And we'll try not to hack a lung out. One more haul, maybe? Nice, man. I have to say, actually, let me close the window. Can you hear that? I'll even turn that off for the best audio quality possible, you know? Well, actually, no, sorry, if I did the best audio quality possible, I'd be absolutely cooking, because I would have the windows closed with no fans, no moving oxygen, or no moving air, you know, just need the fresh air, man. Speaking of, I am completely physically exhausted after yesterday, because I went on like a 4-hour walk, like a light hike kind of trail, you know. Tried going down near some water. Couldn't really get to it because water was low and there was a bunch of reeds. But what's it? Yeah, it was a good time. Like, I spent a lot of time not listening to anything, just walking, thinking to myself, like not damn near not even having thoughts, just living, existing, breathing, you know. But it was nice, man. I found a little spot by the reeds close to the river that I made a little fire pit and a tiny fire, like literally this big, with what is it, like dry softwood, so it burned quick and it didn't stay lit very long. But yeah, it was a good time. I probably sat there for an hour, walked back, took. Bro, I was trying to stay, like, here. Okay, so here's a good example of, like, the idea of self and, like, how, like, people get tripped out about, like, other people looking at them and judging them, and, like, it's just you judging yourself. When I started, like, I went into the trail and I put on a flannel and a bucket hat with a bug net. I got that from the dollar store before I left. And I pulled my high socks up over my pants, because you gotta protect from ticks. We're in an area with ticks. And I was walking around, and I did the whole thing, and I got home, and I thought I was being super safe. And I took my shirt off. I went over my head, and then I kind of pulled it like that. And thank God I didn't go inside out, because I look on the back of my shirt, fat tick on there, man. Like, with the arms, probably like a good, like, the body was probably half an inch, but then with the arms probably like an inch. And I was like, oh, nice. So I did the whole scan. I checked the rest of my clothes, checked my whole body. Didn't see anything, thankfully, but yeah, it's just like fat tick right in the dead smack in the middle of my back. Took my shirt off, like, oh, thank God, man. But just, yeah. And sorry, I was walking. Part of where I was walking was by a busy road, like 4 lanes, 2 going each way. And then I hopped over like a guardrail, by a bridge, and I kind of went under there because there was water flowing. That was the only time I got right near the water, and there was wind blowing there, so it was nice and cool. But I looked down and I realized, sorry, I don't know what just peaked my mic. I looked down and I realized my socks were still pulled up over my pants, so I was walking for a good, like, 10, 15, maybe even, no, I'll say like 10, 15 minutes with my socks pulled over my pants, looking like a dumbass to anybody who doesn't know, like, but I just laughed about it. Like, before I would have, like, beat myself up and been like, oh, you dumbass, like, look at all, think about how many people were driving by and judging you, but now it's just like, so what? Shit happens. Like, I was trying to protect from ticks, obviously. I didn't get them on my body, I don't think. Fucking fingers crossed I didn't, and I missed them, but I just had the one on my back, whatever, and it's, you know, it is what it is, but yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm thinking I had my flannel on for most of it, and I didn't have my shirt tucked into my pants, so it's like, good thing it didn't hop on my pants and just go right up my shirt, right? But I'll take it into consideration for the next time, and life's all about learning and lessons, but yeah, I am extremely toasted from that. My legs were fucking cooked. I laid down in bed and I was like, it felt like growing pains. It was so sore. I was just sitting there like low-key moaning. I was like, oh, fuck. Ow. Like, you ever have those days where you like work your ass off, or you go for a long ass walk and then you get home and you realize how much you actually did, and you're like, fuck, I kind of cooked myself. But, you know, that's okay. Speaking of work, I'm not working at the moment, and it's starting, it is nice, but it is kind of frustrating because I'm looking for work and I'm actively applying to stuff and handing out resumes, and I'm rewriting my resume, and I guess I should do cover letters, but like, it almost feels like a waste of time, because with how many I'm applying to and damn near not even getting responses back, like I think 2 or 3 companies emailed me back saying, hey, we got your thing, but sorry you didn't get the job. And it's like, well, why would I do cover letters? Like, maybe it would get more responses, sure, but if they're like, I don't know, I seen a video talking about the number of businesses that just have stuff up saying they're hiring, but they're not actually like actively pursuing hiring. They just want to keep the numbers up, making it look like people are constantly applying to work at the company, but again, that comes down to like the scummy business practices, and just like, it's such a piss off, man. And I tried making flyers for dog walking and pet sitting, and I put them up around my apartment building, and then they got taken down within like an hour or two, and I'm like, okay, well, what the hell is going on? And my superintendent said he took them down, but he left the one up in the laundry room. Sick. At least there is one left up, but it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like, damn, an entrepreneur can't even make a buck, like, walking dogs and pet sitting people, like, but politicians can come and put stuff on my door. Sick. Like, I don't know, there's people literally getting paid to like solicit and go to people's houses and put like waste paper, putting flyers up on people's door that they're just gonna throw out, and I made a poster that you can take the number off the bottom, and those are getting taken down. It's like, it cheeses me, man. I'm just trying to make a buck, like sustain myself, be able to pay rent. In a sense, that's why I'm doing this, but more so to practice awareness and being in the moment. And I know I'm holding on to the past and the idea of like, I don't know, money kind of cheeses me that way, because people say, oh, don't just focus on the money, or do something you love, work a job. Don't just work a job for the money, actually try to care about it and like succeed, or realize how you're helping people. And it's like, yes, absolutely, but cash rules everything around me, you know. Shout out Wu-Tang. I hope that was right. Jesus Christ. Yeah. No, I'm gonna double check. Sorry for hitting the mic there, but I don't know, it's just, sorry, distracted. Cash rules everything around me. Let me spell it all out. Sorry, I'm getting... Yeah, it is Wu-Tang. Okay, sorry. Because I didn't want to... I wasn't trying to get cooked for getting that wrong. But I knew. It's one of those things where I knew I was right, but I wanted to double check to make sure I wasn't crazily mistaken, you know, whatever. But, yeah, cash rules everything around me, man. Money makes the world go around, and in a sense that is kind of the only thing you have to care about when it comes to work, because, like, we get paid minimum wage for these jobs, not even a livable wage. Like, how is that fair? And then, how am I supposed to care about a job that doesn't care about me enough to pay me a livable wage, or like a proper wage? And anything better than minimum, you need schooling for it, and you gotta waste 4 years of your life, like 2 to 4 years of your life, doing whatever the fuck, just to get a better paycheck. And then who's to say you're even gonna find a job in that field? Like, I don't know. It very frustrating, but I'm not gonna complain, because maybe this is exactly where I'm supposed to be in my life. And I don't know, maybe I'm just part of the ripple, and making my own ripples is part of the journey and the experience, right? But, you know, who's to say that anything we do is right, whether it's working or not working, or, like, I don't know. Like I say, there are no bad takes, just uneducated ones. But I feel like it's not, you don't have to go to school to be educated. You just have to talk to people, have conversations, listen to what people are trying to say, you know, and that's like, that's the most important part of it, I feel like. But people are too caught up in the idea of themselves, or what they think they need to be, who they think they need to be, to even, like, open up to other versions of themselves, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's, I don't know. It's like, in a sense, it's like meditation, or the example I gave of, like, watching your thoughts. People have to do that. People should try doing that once in a while. They don't have to do anything, but they should try just sitting there once in a while and just seeing what thoughts come to their head. Most often for me, it's, oh, you're wasting your time, or you're not doing something productive. But, like, what is the point of a vacation in our modern society? It's to take a break from working too much, and then it's a paradox, because you're at work dreaming about vacation, and then you go on vacation and you're, like, worrying about work. It's like, just be present and enjoy each one while you're there. Obviously easier said than done, but yeah, man, it's like, what else can you do? Like, worrying about it's not going to solve anything. I remember Amanda on DU was talking about, if there's an emergency, when has panicking ever helped anyone? You know, they always say, if there's a fire, get in an orderly line, calmly exit the building. They're not saying everybody scream, run for your life. Like, no, man. But I don't know, I feel like that could be, like, it is almost training in a sense, because, like, they're I don't know, I was gonna relate it to, like, oh, what if the government tries to spring an alien invasion type situation, and then they're panicking or saying they're the enemy? It's like, who's to say that if aliens did come to Earth, they would want to take over or do anything but help us? It's like, I don't know, in a sense, I think that comes from the idea of humans as we are now. It's like, we are very tribal, you know, still pretty ritualistic. We have our rituals every day, whether it's waking up and getting a coffee and a bagel, or, like, having a smoke, or whatever it is. It's like, I don't know, I feel like it is also a fear of, like, invasion, and, like, it's hard to say if that's, like, from our past and how the world's been for so long, or if it's, like, we're genuinely scared of something coming down and enslaving us, because if they're coming to meet us, chances are their technology is more advanced, right? But I don't know, it's like, why do we have third world countries, and why does the government always step in, and like why do a bunch of our technological advances always come from the government and their experiments? And like, that's where we got the microwave, that's where we got Google and shit. Like, they're using CIA or military satellites for their maps, and the internet was kind of created by the CIA to kind of like track people and monitor people. And I don't know, when you really start breaking it down, it's like, damn, they got their hand in a lot of shit, and they're also pretty attached to NASA and all the like. It's a very deep rabbit hole, and it is very easy to get lost in the sauce, which I have to remind myself, you know. I got a hair. Nice. But yeah, don't get lost in the sauce. Stay present, be in the moment, and that's all you can do. What else is there in life? What else is there to it, you know? Like, nothing, you know. I don't know. That being said, I might take a little break, might go do some yoga and some stretches, maybe some meditation. I was I was recording, and then I was doing this, so could let the vocal cords rest for a bit. That would probably be good. Do some internal thinking, some questioning, some maybe I won't even think at all, you know. Give my brain a little bit to rest and see what happens, you know. I do want to do some painting too, since like I said, I'm not working and I have some time off. I guess that being said too, if y'all need employees in Ontario, Canada, especially remote jobs, let me know. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see what the day has in store for me. Gotta cook some din later. Probably do some chili. Pardon me, excuse me. I'll probably do some chili since we had chicken yesterday. And then we'll probably do some chicken or pork tomorrow. I think that'll be a good plan. Yeah, don't forget to meal prep and take care of yourselves, man, because take care of myself. Because, like, your body's a temple, in a sense. I just connected the dots. In a sense, that is real as fuck, because your body, like the planet, is like, you have an electromagnetic sphere, looks like a donut, or, a torus, you know? So does the Earth, right? The electromagnetic field. But then, so do temples. So, it's worth thinking about, worth looking into, and like, what was the purpose of them? What was the point of them, you know? Pretty sick to think about. But yeah, I won't ramble on too long. I'm gonna give my vocal cords some time to heal. Do a little bit more before I gotta start cooking din. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I should do a bit of plugging at the end here. This is the 4th episode now of the Shootin podcast. So there are 3 more in the playlist on the channel if you want to check those out. If this is the first one you're watching, maybe you're watching them in sequence, then thank you. Either way, thank you. And yeah, sorry. If you want to find my link tree, easiest way is Instagram, aqua.ofs. And you can find my link tree for the source for my music. You're obviously watching this on YouTube, because that's the only place this is right now. Gonna try and put this up on all platforms eventually as well. But my music, on SoundCloud, pardon me, on SoundCloud, aqua_OFS. On all other platforms, you gotta type out Aquarius of Fallen Snow. just to enunciate. um, in a sense, it is kind of hard to find, but I kind of like seeing it all typed out. You can even see it like that on SoundCloud, but the stuff is kind of difficult with like DistroKid and all platforms. But that being said, I appreciate y'all. I highly suggest practicing being in the moment and questioning stuff and even talking to yourself, literally and figuratively, because, you know, who knows what you think of, or maybe it's good to just release some of the mental weight that we put on ourselves from thinking about ourselves or life or overthinking, for sure, you know. But again, I don't want to ramble too long. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully there will be more of these very soon. Hopefully I can do some more live streaming soon. And July 1st, we got the deluxe of the EP dropping. Today I dropped, I should have mentioned this earlier. Today I dropped, radio skit, the first radio skit on the deluxe, and the fourth track of the EP, you know, that's after the radio skit, and then the track that comes right after the radio skit leads into the track, sorry. But yeah, I think it's worth checking out right now. SoundCloud exclusive until July 1st. It's when the deluxe drops. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty damn sick. And obviously I'd like to get some feedback on it. I'd like to hear what other people think about it. I do it for myself, but once it's out to the world, then it's everybody else's piece, you know? It's everybody's piece of our work to judge and have their own thoughts on, and yeah, we can have a conversation about it, you know? But yeah, for now, I love you. Stay safe. Good luck. Easy.